Okay, so I'm going to talk to you about possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives are used to tell to whom something or someone belongs. They translate to my, your, his, her, our, your, their, etc. You have to remember we just did a lesson on adjectives, and adjectives had to agree with the nouns they were describing. For example, if I had a red, which is rojo. Rojo. Rojo ends in O, so that means it's an adjective. Let's actually make that. That's an adjective that has more than one spelling. I could change that O to an A and make it feminine, or I can add S's to both my O and my A and make them masculine and feminine plural, okay? So for example, if I have a red apple, okay, manzana is a feminine singular word, so the red that I would need is roja, okay? But if I have a book and it's red, then I use rojo. And if I have red apples, then I would use rojas. And if I have red books, then I have libros rojos, okay? So there was, in English, we would just say red apple, red book, red apples, red books. We don't change the spelling of our adjectives, but you saw in Spanish how this adjective red kept changing its spelling to match up with the noun that it was describing. Well, these guys are called possessive adjectives. So although then they are still adjectives. That means there's going to be more than one spelling for them. So when we're talking about my, if I want to say my book, it's mi libro. But if they're my books, they're mis libros. Now you don't have to worry with masculinity and femininity because these don't end in for my, because my does not end in o. So you would still say mi libro, mi manzana, mis libros, mis manzanas. I didn't have to worry about feminine, masculine. And that would hold true for your, his and her, not for our. If it's our apple, it's nuestra manzana. If it's our book, it's nuestro nuestro libro. If it's our apples, they're nuestras manzanas. And if they are our books, nuestros libros. So nuestro and vuestro, because they end in O, you do actually have to worry about masculinity and femininity. For all the rest, you do not. Okay. The other thing that tends to throw people off is that su. So or when you use the plural versus when you do not use the plural. So for example, if I have his classes are interesting, okay? And then I have their house is big. Okay, and let's say I want to translate both of these and I want to use my possessive adjectives. So I'm going to leave space for my his. I'm going to write clase, I spelled it in Spanish and up here too. Okay, blank clases son interesantes. Okay, classes is a feminine plural word, okay? And we need, actually that doesn't matter for now. It is feminine plural, but it doesn't matter. We need his, okay? So if we scroll up here, here is where's our his? Here's his. We have two options for his. It's su and sus. I don't know why that wanted to scroll up. Okay, so what I'm going to do, what I suggest you do in these, when you're trying to do this, I would write in both. Su, sus, okay? Now you've got to, and let's go ahead and do this, and then we'll decide which it should be. So their house is big. Casa es grande. Whoops. Okay, so if you scroll back up here, here is there. It's also su and sus. Okay, so again, I would write su, sus. Now, what determines which one of these you use is not, you've already picked the his and their. Both su and sus mean his and their. You've already taken care of that part. To decide whether you use su or sus, now you're going to look at the adjective being described, because everything's got to agree with the adjective. Why is interesting made plural? Because classes is plural. Because what is this sentence about? It's really about the classes. It's not him that's interesting, it's his classes that are interesting. So if classes is plural, then you need the sus that's plural, okay? Everything agrees. Here's your noun again, casa. If why is grande, why doesn't it have an S on it even though it's there? Because it's just one house owned by two people. For example, mine and my husband, our house is big. We're two people, but we have one house. And so since house is singular, big has to be singular, there has to be singular. So I would write both your choices in. Here, I'll go ahead and write out. So this is what it should look like. Sus clases son interesantes. Su casa es grande. Okay? So my advice is write out both of your options and then look at the noun that you're describing with your possessive adjective to determine which spelling you need. Okay? So let's do a little bit of practice. Okay, so in this activity it says change the statements with the appropriate form of the possessive adjective needed. The subject of the first sentence is also the possessor in the second one. So it's saying here, estudio computación, necesito usar mucho blank computadora. So if it's I who's studying computers, who needs to use so I need to use whose computer a lot? Mine, because they're trying to say that the subject is also the possessor. So it's not like I need to use yours. They told you that I need to use mine. Okay, so my options for my are me and mis, right? Here they are, me and mis. Which one, in fact, hold on a minute. Okay, I just wanted to switch charts. I like this chart better. Are me and mis. So what's being possessed? What is it that is mine? It's the computer. Computer does not have an S on the end, so I would choose me. Eduardo tiene tres amigos. Blank amigos son cubanos. Who has these three friends? Eduardo. So whose friends are Cuban? His. His is right here. It's sus. So we're just going to put and sus here. Which one? What is it that's his? The friends are his. That's plural. And so I use sus as opposed to su. Tiene hermanos, muchos tíos y primos. Blank familia muy grande. You have a lot of brothers, uncles and aunts and cousins. Your family is very big. We're using the formal and sus. So I plug in su and sus. What is it that's yours? What is it that's big? It's the family. Family is singular, so I pick su. ¿Por qué no hablas con blank padres? Why don't you speak with whose parents? Your parents. This time, got the S. S is the informal, so we're looking here to. Sorry about that. My computer froze from there. Okay. What is yours? Who do you need to speak with? You need to speak with your parents. Parents is so you would use the plural. Juan y yo tenemos muchos amigos franceses. Amigos son de París. Juan and I have a lot of French friends. Who's from Paris? Our friends. My choices for our are nuestro, nuestros, and nuestras. Which one matches amigos? Amigos, that's what's ours. Our friends from Paris. Actually, got plural, capital. If it's friends, that's masculine and plural. I want the masculine plural spelling of our. Okay. Muchos libros son interesantes. I have a lot of books. Books are interesting. Books are interesting. My here is me and mis. What is it that's mine? The books. Books is plural. I pick mis. Vosotros tenéis una hija blanquista. Hija se llama Teresa. Y'all have a daughter. Y'all's daughter is called Teresa. So for vos it's vuestro. And so your options are vuestro, vuestra, vuestros, vuestras. What is it that's y'all's? The hija, that's feminine and singular, so you would vuestra. Pedro y yo tenemos una madrastra. Pedro and I, we have that mother. Whose stepmother is the father of father? Our stepmother. So you would use nuestro, and there's 4 spellings of nuestro, nuestros, nuestras. Madrastra is feminine there, so you would use nuestra. Okay, bailas con blanca amiga en la discoteca. Do you dance with whose friend? Your friend. Bailas is the AS is the informal you, so you would use tú or tus. So tus. Who is you're dancing with your what? Your friend. We want it to agree with friend. Friend is singular, so we pick tú. Tengo muchos libros. Blank libros están en mi mochila. I have a lot of books. Whose books are in my book bag? My books are. So mis, we want it to match up with what are mine. Mine are the books, so we need the plural. María y yo asistimos a una universidad privada. Tenemos que asistir a blank clases todos los días. Maria and I, we attend a private university. We have to attend our classes every day. So our is nuestro, nuestra, nuestros, nuestras. Classes is feminine and plural. So you need the feminine plural spelling of nuestro, which is nuestras. Marta y Elena, let me just make sure I'm okay on time. Marta y Elena escuchan música todos los días, la música latina. So Marta y Elena, they listen to music every day. Latin music is their favorite. There, if you go over here, is su and sus. What is their favorite? It's la música latina, that's singular, so you would pick su. I don't know why it's taking so long.